Salutare tuturor și bine ați venit la un nou episod din seria Dragon Age de Veilguard. În episodul de astăzi vom merge să facem singurul quest pe care îl mai avem disponibil și anume mergem în Treviso să vedem ce putem descoperi despre zei, ce planuri au în continuare. Să vedem, cred că o să luăm pe Lucanis și hai să luăm pe Emric.
Stopped the Auton. Took down their comic maker. I can't believe you're defending them.
I am not defending anyone, Jacobus.
You're letting them be a part of this? My cousin died because the governor didn't stop the Auton from taking over.
Jacobus?
I'm fine. But I'm not going to be a part of this.
Well, now that unpleasantness is dealt with, about your mysterious informant.
Whoever they are, they know the Anton and Treviso.
Your message made it sound like this informant also knows where the gods are staging their ritual.
Treviso does not need this troublemaker. This should be left to proper officials.
It very much concerns Rook. We have a contact who offers access to the Butcher and privileged information on the gods.
A chance to find your gods and to free the city. A prize for both our causes.
Both are important. Strong with the crows, strong against the gods.
Someone else seems to think so. The contact knows the city and the Anton.
How do you know it's for real?
They gave us patrol patterns. Dreadnought arrivals. Their information is real.
And you didn't share this with me?
People in this city continue to sicken and die. Do you not have other more pressing matters to attend to?
So where are we meeting?
Near the field hospital, where the market used to be.
And they asked for me, not you or Viago.
Even with what happened to Treviso, your fight against the gods is spoken of by many. You have respect, and no small admiration.
From who, though? That's the question.
I'll talk with this mystery contact.
Hai să vedem
And
cine
the
e
rest
acest
of us will hope
informator.
not to get caught in your crossfire again.
If we can remove the Butcher and weaken the Antam, then perhaps Treviso can start to heal from the Blight. With luck, this informant is our key to that. Find them, Rook. Hear what they have to say. Our informant is near the field hospital, Rook.
They said you'd know them on sight.
Remember, there are injured people there. No damage.
Unknown contact. This is a trap.
We're fighting gods with crows. I'm curious who would try to trap us. If our informant actually knows where Elgradon and Gillinan are performing their next ritual, it's worth the risk. Okay, Viago and Taya said our informant is somewhere in the market. Let's find them. I just hope their supposed information about the god's location is actually true.
Rook, I presume.
The Butcher.
There's no need for that. Treviso is the trap, not this meeting. Please. So tense. I promise, I'll signal when it's time to fight.
Strange
Nu
way to
așteptam la asta.
ambush someone.
I don't have to ambush anyone. You think I couldn't just march on the crows? Scattered on town flock to me. I have the soldiers to raise your casino and every inch of this city.
But I'll bet there's no profit
in actually winning.
There's money being made by the occupation. But not by me. I said Treviso was the trap, and I meant it. The jewel of Antiva. She sings even while caged. Such purity in every stone. It's trapped my heart. I love this city.
You have a strange way of showing your affection.
I conquered it. I didn't betray it. Not like the cattle born here. You know there are traitors here. They ransom their own city. Literal gods stalk the land, but these filth worship their own purses. But you're different. You and the crows stay true to your roles. It means something when you die, and even more when you kill. You're as much a work of art as this city. And you want a secret from me.
If you really do love this city, you'll tell me where the gods are holding their ritual.
The gods, they give strength. But all they ask in return is everything. I can feel their corruption. I can hear their whispers. They're calling for a ritual. If I give in, I'll know where you need to go. But I will lose my jewel. My city! So... you live in a casino. Let us make a game of this. I will become what the gods want. Welcome their whispers. Meet me and show me if the crows deserve my city.
Păi credeam că ne ajută ce face acum.
The Butcher was our contact, and he's letting himself fall to the Blight? Finish him off. We need to go after the Butcher. So the Butcher wants us to prove we're worthy of saving Treviso? That's what's happening?
By turning himself into a monster.
Everyone's acting like normal. Like the Butcher hasn't gone nuts.
Who would believe it?
Safer to keep your head down, I guess.
I see what you need. You deserve it.
Hear the shift in his voice? He's changing.
My city, my Treviso. Will not abandon you to the traitors who gave you to me.
There's the Butcher. He's a Reaver. And fighting his own Antom.
I very much doubt that whatever he's become can tell us the gods' plans.
We have to hope he's still in there.
I see you, Rook, and I see the ritual. Match me, fight me, win this city! This is the power the gods give!
Butcher, where is the ritual?
I see Tearstone Island! The ritual! Tearstone Island!
He's gone. And he named the ritual site. Tearstone Island.
The Butcher kept his word.
Nu mă așteptam să se sacrifice el pentru oraș.
He got the death he wanted. Good trade, I guess. And he gave us the information we came for.
Yes, truly the Butcher was a paragon of honor and virtue, and we are all devastated to see him go.
Avenchi.
And now you have a location for your final pointless confrontation. The gods are at Tearstone Island. Isn't that what you wanted? A chance to die a hero's death? So go. Leave Treviso to those who deserve it. What's left of it, anyways.
You gutless traitor. You weren't powerless against the Butcher. You were working with him.
I don't expect you to understand this, but sometimes governance means not showing your entire hand.
You sold Treviso out to the Antam.
I did what I did to help this city, to save it, to keep my people from being slaughtered like cattle by the Antam. And you let us suffer and sicken in favor of Minrathous. I gave up the crows, you gave up the whole city. Treviso is dying, Rook, and its killer wears your face.
I've met some terrible people lately, even without counting Elgranon and Gillenane. You're right up there in some pretty august company. What if Treviso's people could have fought back, could have rallied to the city's defense? But the Antam kept them weak, let them die. That happened because of a choice you made. I live with the consequences of my decisions. Can you say the same?
You live with nothing, Rook! You have the luxury of distraction, of defining all your actions by the greater good. So take your team to Tearstone Island. Face Elgranon and Gillenane, strike them down. Or don't. Either way, Treviso is dying. But it's still mine. Leave its funerary rites to one who cared enough about this city to make themselves its villain.
It makes sense now. Every decision they made shows it.
The governor betrayed us all. And for what? A city that is sick, and whose recovery will be measured in years.
I take it you heard? The Butcher's dead.
And in his place is the traitor we knew was lurking. And the Antam fell in line?
Whatever the Antam are looking for, Avenchi's giving it to them.
The Blight changes things. Even the Antam fear it. The governor has given them a clear purpose. They were more cunning than I thought.
If only we figured out it was Avenchi before all this started.
I wish the same. But regret does neither of us good.
We knew someone had delivered Treviso to the Butcher. You brought us their name.
The hand that leashed Treviso. The Butcher was the mouth, but the hand was Avenchi all along. They think they have the power in the Antam, and a network doing their will.
But we have the face of our enemy.
Avenchi will be hiding, so we will hound their Antam and make them desperate.
When the governors show themselves again, we end this.
We'll stop Avenchi.
The gods. Did you learn where they will be?
Tearstone Island. Avenchi confirmed it before they left.
We know the time to face Elgranon and Gillenane approaches, but it will not take us long to find Avenchi.
If you truly want to help Treviso recover from the Blight, help us deal with the governor.
We'll let you know when we'll make our move. And after that, Treviso will be free.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Bun, deci acum trebuie să vorbim cu echipa. Ups! Ce-a fost asta? Am trecut prin zid. uite, putem merge după guvernatorul care a trădat Treviso. Asta o să și facem. Dar mai întâi hai să vorbim cu companionii.
Up for a trip to the Cobbled Swan?
Why? What's happening?
Nothing that I know of. With Aelia taken care of, I thought we'd check in. Maybe enjoy the Swan for once?
Ne vrea să mergem până în Dogtown.
I'm sorry.
It's hard.
Spite will not stop demanding revenge for Treviso. Is there any more we can do?
Sigur că putem face ceva. Hai să mergem mai întâi în Dogtown.
Have you heard about the shadow dragon? No. They worry you. It's like the cemetery all over. They took down that wall, didn't they?
Thought the cart was done when the Venatori grabbed me. You did a good job polishing her up.
I was happy to help. Besides, Nev might starve without your cart.
Yeah, well, free fish next time. You too, Gallus.
Sure, Hal. Rana, I've got someone for you to meet.
Right. I'm almost finished here.
Good reading? And here I thought you'd be working our cases.
I got a tip on a red lyrium smuggler who leaves coded messages in the paper. I placed a coded ad, pretending to be a buyer. If the smuggler took the bait, I'll know where he's trading the goods.
Anything I can do to help?
Cooperative. Are you sure you're Nev's friend?
All right. What are we after?
We're looking for the phrase Virantium brandy.
Got it.
Hold on. What's this? Nev, Gallus, and Rana Savas, investigators?
Right. That. I may have paid for another small advertisement.
You what?
If we want to help people, they need an easier way to find us. It's approachable.
I regret this already.
Dogtown couldn't ask for better protectors.
Oh, it could, but we're all right.
There. Virantium brandy. I know where to stop the red lyrium deal. This one, anyway.
Good catch. You might work out after all. Still, I'd prefer you have backup when you need it. And if I'm not around... Rana, meet the Viper. I put in a word for you.
The Viper? You're real. Wait, a word? For what?
Come. It's time you met the Shadow Dragons.
Are you Nev Gallus?
How did you...
I saw your advertisement. I need your help.
Then you're in the right place.
Look at you. Dogtown's hero.
Isn't that wholesome? I blame you. Have a seat. I'm guessing you've got a story.
Ok, sper să nu ne mai dăm un quest după asta.
It was.
Rook, good. We have discovered what Ivenchi is planning for Treviso. When you fought the comic master in the garrison, you mentioned a note you found that said some comic had gone missing.
We have discovered who stole it.
Avenchi.
The governor intends to release it all around the city to pacify violent seditionists.
They called us reckless, and now... Now Avenchi will ruin the minds of thousands in this city to have their peace and order.
We know about it, and we'll stop it.
After the dragon attack, and then the blight... The governor is a coward who has given up on Treviso.
Better to poison the last of it themselves than let anyone else solve these things.
It is finally time to strike. Go to the garrison and prevent Avenchi from releasing the comic.
Once you are there, Thea and I will lead the crows against the rest of Avenchi's forces in the city.
Understood.
There is something else. Jacobus stormed off earlier. He did not look well.
Look out for him, would you?
Of course. We'll head to the garrison.
Do you... think she would target the field hospital?
I would not put anything past them now.
I heard them.
Că mai fost pe aici.
There's the garrison.
You were...
On to the garrison and the governor.
Lee,
That courtyard looks empty.
no guards. Where are the Antam?
We clear the garrison this time. Avenchi's got to know there's no way out for a traitor.
Intruders! Calm down. We can escape across the...
Courtyard's full of darkspawn.
That explains why Avenchi's Antam were trying to run. Avenchi's blighted? Wait! Jacobus!
Beat the odds there.
Okay, now for Avenchi.
I will see you dead if it's the last thing I do before the blight!
Of them. Something's wrong. Something in the air.
Wait, are these Antam real?
I see the comic is working!
Take that.
I told you what! It won't end any differently! Why don't you die? Why don't you give up?
If that damned darkspawn at the gates hadn't scratched me, blighted me, if you hadn't interfered,
it wouldn't have made a difference.
neither will my death. My comet could have helped stabilize the city, but it's still blighted, dying. Nothing can save Treviso now.
The Crows, the citizens helping each other through the Dragon and the Blight. They're already taking care of each other.
It won't last.
I think it can. And so do the Crows. You say you did all this for Treviso, Avenchi, to protect it. But you never really believed in it.
What would you know about the city I love?
If Rook hadn't stopped the governor in time. Rook! I should have wine. We should toast you.
Avenchi is dead. The comic is being disposed of. All thanks to you.
The garrison's a mess.
Details.
The Antam remain, though with Avenchi gone, I think we will be able to persuade them to move on in the coming months.
People are being moved to safer areas outside the Blight. Crows have time now to patrol for Darkspawn.
It will take years, but we can plan for Treviso's future now that it has one.
Treviso would have fallen long ago if it really didn't have a chance.
I'm not so sure. A city is only as healthy as those who care for it.
You never gave up, Rook. We will repay that in full. But life is so dull if all we talk about are responsibilities. It is time to celebrate.
For our victory.
For Treviso's freedom.
For the Crows.
What an excellent idea. Viago, dear, you mentioned something about getting us drinks?
I think we've done what we can for Treviso. We've shown everyone you can stand against the Antam and the Blight.
Ok, am făcut tot ce se putea pentru Treviso. Toate că Lucanis nu a primit armura aia legendară. Da, uite, hai că vrea să vorbească cu noi. Ori are ceva pentru noi, ori va primi acea armură.
Lucanus?
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
If you could find a way, imagine what it could change. It would give hope to so many people.
I must start with one person. From what we've seen, changing the world is better done by degrees.
You sound like you've still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
A demon who's worked in a team, saved people, and made friends.
He'd lose them if I cast him out.
You keep saying that like you'd miss him.
He's been part of me. He'd be alone.
Spite will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
Da, uite, acum a primit armura. Așa, da.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the Blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
Let's make sure there's too many distractions for them to spot us.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, veil jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us. Except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, are we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
For something like this, we'll need everyone we know. Would Morgan help? Could Morgan help?
The world's ending. That's when Morgan does her best work.
Great. Tell Morgan the plan. See if the Inquisitor's willing to help us. I know he's busy leading the fight in the south, but He knows this blight won't end until the gods are dead. We're as ready as we'll ever be. We need to make our move soon.
I agree.
Get some rest, and be ready.
Ok, se pare că ăsta e sfârșitul. Așa că... hai să vedem.
Are there more records on?
I heard.
There's good. Heard about that damned Knight Commander. Good riddance. See you again.
Events are weaving together quickly now, Rook. For good or ill, the fate of the world shall be decided soon. I received Harding's missive. Your plan is sound.
So, the Inquisitor's in?
Indeed, although he requires a few days to set events in motion. Time is needed to allot his responsibilities to those who are capable of managing them. Once settled, he has pledged himself to your cause. The snake's head must be severed, else the body simply grows anew. And what of your other allies? Will they also be ready? There is no room left for doubt or hesitation.
They've been ready for every fight before. I trust they'll be prepared.
As they must be. There will not be another opportunity to foil the schemes of Elganon and Gillenane. If we fail in this, they gain all that is needed to reshape the world in their twisted image. The evil put into place with the aid of their Arnhem servants at Tearstone will cover the entire world.
Look, the gods can't blight the world without their dagger. And they can't finish their dagger until the eclipse, which isn't for another...
Ceva se întâmplă aici. Se pare că au forțat eclipsa mai devreme cumva.
While you gather your people, I will find the Inquisitor. And Rook, I wish you great luck.
Elgernon just caused an eclipse. The gods can finish their dagger. We need to move now.
But we were supposed to have weeks to prepare.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks, I can tell you that much.
The eclipse is slowly forcing an alignment between the stars and powerful currents in the Fade.
Which means what?
I'm afraid we've only a few hours until the gods complete their dagger.
Lucanus is right. We have to go now.
No time to scrape up an army, even if we had one.
You think we're enough?
What will we be facing on the island?
There's gonna be blight crap.
And where there's blight, darkspawn.
Right. Tearstone Island's also crawling with the entire Antam army.
They've had time to prepare. It'll be brutal.
So will the gods. We're walking right into their lair.
We may not all make it out again.
We're the only thing standing between every single living creature and the Blight. I don't want to watch the world fall and know I didn't do everything I could. So let's stop the gods, whatever it takes.
We're with you. The gods won't leave that island.
No matter what.
No matter what.
Then we leave as soon as we can. I should talk to Lace before we set off. See how she's doing.
Ok, s-a schimbat peisajul și aici în Fade. Hai să vedem în continuare. Trebuie să mergem, vorbim cu Harding. Și bănuiesc că o să mergem la locul în care se află Elganon. Dar vom face asta în episodul următor. O să încheiem aici acest episod. Mulțumesc tuturor celor care ați rămas până la final. Dacă v-a plăcut acest video, lăsați și voi un like, subscribe. Eu am fost Mr. M și ne vedem data viitoare.